So this is King's Phillips War. It's a nice point-to-point game without cards. Just basically events happen by the dice in battle. This is a nice light war game on a subject that there's very little about. You can see that has the nice map here, the turn track here. It's only 9 turns. The marker track up here on the trump. So this game is a pretty quick fight, only 9 turns, but it's a pretty interesting little game here. For the native player, the point is to attack the settlements as quick as possible and take as many out as possible, because to get reinforcements you have to destroy the colonist settlements, and it brings in other tribes on your side, whereas the colonists will gain units, 2 per turn for Massachusetts, 1 for Plymouth, Rhode Island, and Connecticut. So the native player has got to be active. The onus is on his attack to gain more victory points and allies. The colonist has got this duality. You know, you got to defend your colonies and build up your strength to counterattack. But as the first thing for the native player would probably be easiest is to take out Rhode Island colony, and then you don't have that problem. And to take out a colony you have to take out all its settlements. So Rhode Island's pretty small, Plymouth, but they got the fort right here at Plymouth, which is a hard one. But if they take out Plymouth and Boston's 2 forts, they win the game automatically. But the rest of Massachusetts has got all these settlements out here, especially along the Connecticut River. But no, they don't have anybody out there defending at the point, but all the natives are surrounding them. And then you have Connecticut here. So it's a nice little hard little fight for both players. The other automatic victory is if King Philip and the other key leader for the native player, I can't remember his name, I can't see the counter, if they both are killed, they or off the map on the reinforcements track, the English player wins. So we'll see how this little fight turns out. So this is after turn 1 and into turn 2's reinforcements. The native player has actually raised Taunton there. The colonists moved in. Rhode Island, there's a Philip and Portsmouth here, duked it out. But the colonists ambushed Philip coming in because of the event die. Took some damage on his units, but luckily rolled quite high, so the colonists took 2 hits. But they got reinforcements in Providence, and the Sulknuts attack of Swansea didn't go too well, so the Plymouth are reinforcing there. Massachusetts up here is doing some hedging, some late game reinforcements up there, kind of moving in here. They actually raided the village up here at the Paugussets and could not do anything. This stack here attacking that hex there failed. So pretty balanced out. Down here the Wampanoags raided Wickford, but did not destroy it. So the Narragasets did get to come in this turn. But definitely if I raise Wickford, they'll be coming in because there's 2 raised settlements. So Philip can gain that whole big bunch there and hopefully get the rest of Rhode Island wiped out and protect these guys up here from Massachusetts. We'll see how everything turns out now. So after turn 2 was fairly quick because this battle here they rolled doubles and that ends it. Nothing happens. The Massachusetts did raid the village up here, and the Massachusetts guys came down here and raised that village, but they got a spy on themselves. And these fellows over here got a spy too. So did these guys. After a battle with Philip here, they took some damage. Raided the settlement to save its unit. They raided there. This unit's moved from what was left of Taunton back into Ribeoth because that got raided. So they didn't want to get raised here, but Wickford over here got raised, so this turn 3 the Narragasets can be brought in by Philip, so that will probably help out in this area. And yeah, let's see what they can do to the rest of the Rhode Island colony here and see if they can push back and keep Connecticut from helping out too if the Narragasets come in. So this is the start of turn 4 here. Not much happened per se, but the native player saved that village but lost a unit. But he's down to just these 2 spots here. They need to hold out, but we got reinforcements coming in here. Benjamin Church came in, which got rid of all the restrictions, movement, and control for the colonist player, which is really not good for the native. So the fight is getting tense, but the native player is running at 4 victory points to colonists of 1. We'll see how, but we got basically 6 more turns and see how it goes. So this is the start of turn 5, the winter turn, which is got attrition, a few other things, so basically a very slow turn. But what's important result on turn 4 was Swansea was raised, and so the natives can get another tribe in to join. The Philip was able to reduce Benjamin Church's stack here at Warwick quite well, but the Wampanoags that attacked from the south muffed their roll, so that was not good. And here the Massachusetts colonials did absolutely nothing to this village, luckily for the native player, so that's still good for him. And Connecticut colonialists tried to attack up here out of Norwich and did a 1-hit on either side, so kind of a draw but damage, which is not good for the native player, but because every unit that is lost to the colonialists, they just get them back, but it costs them a victory point, which the native players killed a few, so they're racking up the victory points over the native player, colonial player. They're still down at 1, so see how the winter turns out. But and then we got 4 more turns, spring and summer. see. Until next time. So not much happened in turn 5 other than the King Philip was able to bring in the Nipmucks in here, and then they attacked Deerfield, the two here. One attack was good, it raided, and the other rolled evens, and it killed the attack. And then the Connecticut attacked up from Hartford up here and raided this village. Outside of that, not much happened except there was a massacre that affected the Indians, so they were able to pull the Indian unit out of the eliminated box and reinforce the village there. So we'll see what in turn 6. So this is the beginning of turn 7. He had a few battles. Not much happened. Just a loss of a few units, but Benjamin Church tried to attack Whitford here from Warwick and got stomped because he re-rolled the die and it got out better. So he completely lost a unit, so the victory points have gone up to 9 for the natives. They were able to raise Deerfield, and Philip was able to hit Northfield but took a hit. And these guys came from Lancaster and hit this village up here, so they can probably raise it this next turn unless Philip comes in and saves them. And that's about it. So this is the situation at the beginning of turn 8. Both battles up here against this village did nothing. Again, Church attacked down on Wickford, lost another unit completely. And then up here in Connecticut, they attacked out of Hartford and razed the village and took a hit on the unit, but they took a hit. Over here, the battle didn't do much against Philip, but there's a spy on top of him. And so we got turn 8. Let's see what happens, but the native player is already up to 12 victory points, and colonists are only at 4. So if they do some major attacking and killing some units, they can do some damage here. So turn 8 was kind of a bust for both players. Most of the battles were for naught. And other than this band moved up here and attacked Marlborough, and these guys were reinforced and tried to attack, but took a hit. But nothing particularly wanting. All the battles out here ended pretty much in draws. So we got the final turn. So this is game. The native player basically lost 2 units, but also right here there's a major battle here, and Canonchet wiped out 2 units and a captain, so that bumped their victory points up quite a lot here to 17 plus another, because Philip raised that Northfield, and so basically the native player won. Colonists did not. Kind of played this weird in the sense that everybody just kind of sat there and slugged it out, because Church tried to take out that unit here in this village from Warwick, and also this unit from Providence tried to attack them, and they rolled terribly and survived, and they actually took damage, but no loss of full units. And these guys try to come down here and attack this stack of units in Swansea, but lost a whole unit. So I guess this wasn't the way to play as a slugfest for the colonists, but they lost, and the native player was a little bit more mobile, but most of their victory points was killing colonial units, not really raising settlements. Well, that's King Philip's War.